CBS 4's Brian Andrews joins us live outside the museum to explain. Brian?
Well, Cynthia, if you've been to the Ai Weiwei exhibition up there on one of the top floors, then you've seen all the black and white photos of this Chinese artist with the vases, dropping them to the ground in protest of what he says is oppression by the Chinese government. Well, yesterday, on Sunday, a guy goes to the museum and he picks up a vase just like this, and one of the Perez Art Museum people says, "Hey, buddy, you better put that thing down." Oh, he did, like this. The smashing end to an unexpected moment of artistic protest at the Perez Art Museum Sunday. A painted $1 million vase thought to be thousands of years old, part of the Ai Weiwei exhibition, shattered to pieces. And the man seen in this photograph, Miami artist Maximo Caminero, told police he did it on purpose. The police report says he blurted out he broke the vase in protest, upset that the museum only displayed international artists' art. Caminero was charged with felony criminal mischief and bonded out. He's looking at a possible penalty of up to 5 years in prison if convicted. We paid a visit to Caminero's last known address in North Miami Beach. The drapes were closed, but the lights were on. No one came to the door. Caminero, seen in this YouTube video, is a Dominican-born painter, part of the South Florida art scene for the last 3 decades. He had scheduled a news conference for Tuesday to talk about his act of artistic defiance, then abruptly canceled it after we learned he retained the services of an attorney. The Perez Art Museum said in a statement they believe what Caminero did was premeditated. "We are horrified at this institution. This was a malicious act." Meantime, the young man who took this picture on Sunday told CBS 4 everyone was stunned and even wondered if the man who picked up the vase and threw it to the ground might be suffering from some type of mental illness. Now, we asked the Perez Art Museum Miami what are they doing to prevent something like this from happening again. They say there are security measures in place, but they're not talking about them. And as for whether or not this piece was insured, this piece is said to be worth at least $1 million. The piece I broke on television was $19 at Home Depot. They said yes, they have insurance. Live downtown, Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Family member who has not been seen since the weekend. CBS 4's Brian Andrews joins us live at the scene to break it all down for us. Brian, what'd you find out?
Well, we are here at West 6th and 40th, and it looks like it's going to be a very late night for crime scene technicians from the Hialeah Police Department. Their attention is that cream-colored house that you see in the distance back there. Police will only tell us that they have found at least one body inside, but neighbors are telling us a different story. They say it's 3 in the master bedroom. A man with his head in his hands. A woman consoling another with a long hug. On their faces, looks of disbelief for the horrors that unfolded inside the home of the people they knew. Into the night, Hialeah police were outside the home property records say is owned by Juan Carlos Hernandez and Onelia Canales. Neighbors say they had just moved in. How long do you think they were living next door?
About 2 or 3 months.
Okay, but you never talked to them, never spent any time?
Never.
What do you remember about the family that lived there? Did you know them?
Very quiet.
This neighbor, who asked not to be identified, says the mother, father, and teenage girl who lived in the home were last seen Sunday. She says relatives and a co-worker discovered the situation when they went by to check on them.
They were crying, screaming.
Because they had found the bodies.
They had gone through the side and they looked through the master bedroom window and they saw the bodies. Neighbors
say the victim's brother was screaming in the street about the husband recently buying a firearm.
He was screaming. He says, "This is what you wanted the gun for. What you wanted to, you killed our whole family."
It appears he'll be working into the night. A pickup truck from the Hialeah Police Department just pulling up. Other detectives out in the front lawn. Again, they have not released the names of the people inside. We're expecting Hialeah Police to put out an update in the morning. Of course, the main issue is talking to next of kin. Reporting from Hialeah, Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News Tonight.